Howdy guys, welcome back to another video of Mutiny Pirate Survival. How are we doing? Hope you guys are well. So, I've been meaning to try and get the Damned Island videos up and available for you guys to watch, because that is on my list of things to do, and I've been meaning to do that for a little while now. But I am still in a situation where I am still trying to get, a little bit more heals and things like that, so weapons and clothing and all that sort of stuff before I actually go and embark on that journey again. So part of this video today is I want to sort of take you guys along, and we're going to head over to the Southern Islands. So I want to go over and get some resources, have a chat with you guys, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, before we actually head off, actually let me go back in, because there's a few things that I've been sort of putting my efforts and focus into. So let's go ahead into the into my overmap here, if I can get that opened. Very good. So got a couple of workstations on the upgrade. So I've got the the gun bench upgrading to tier 4, so that's going to enable me to get into finally iron based weapons, gun weapons and things like that. So it's under construction. That's what I'm going to be able to get to do fairly soon. So that's only going to get a level 2 though, but I've also got the Herbal station up to level 3. Now the biggest reason that I sort of I guess fast tracked, I guess, in a way, to upgrade my Herbal station to level 3 was the heavy bandage. It's got 252 healing capacity, and I'm sort of looking this objectively, and let's go ahead and suss out the mending infusion, which is only a tier 1. That only gets you about 120. Let me head back to the fountain over here, and sorry, the water collector. And you've got the mineral infusion, which gives you your 240, which is fairly comparable. And then you've got the herbal infusion, which is better, but you need more resources. Okay, and then you've got the strong herbal infusion, which obviously beats the bandage quite significantly with 480, and then obviously so on and so forth. But the biggest reason for me to sort of look at this as I guess as an alternative healing replacement for these herbal infusions is more around the fact that you need a lot more water skins, or flasks, if you will. Now I've been trying to sort of grind for that as well, and that's sort of taken a little bit time out of my I guess my production rate, so to speak, and my preparedness and all that sort of stuff. So I'm thinking that's probably going to be a good win for me, because it's going to enable me to make a little bit more bandages, as opposed to the herbal infusions from a volume perspective. And I'm thinking that might be a better alternative. Let me know in the comments, do you think that's probably a better way of doing it, rather than having to find the herbs first off, then craft, hunting wild animals, getting those thin leather, crafting the leather to and then also going to craft it again to get the water flask, and then fill it up, and then heal it, make those herbal infusions. So there's a process. So you've got raw hide, thin hide, and then water flasks, fill them up, then herbal, and then you've got to find the herbs themselves. Whereas I can find the herbs, the cloths, whichever that might be, and a lot of NPCs drop as well. So I'm thinking that might be, I guess, a more of a quicker way of doing things, and that sort of would I guess cut down time spent in trying to get those herbal infusions done. Granted, I will still get them, and there's obviously they serve a purpose as well, much more so than what the standard bandages ever would. So I guess from a from a time conscious perspective, that's probably the better way of doing it. But obviously you don't get a lot of HP in terms of healing, so this is where you have to sort of do a bit of a balancing act. So I'm guessing that might be my outlet for now, and I want you guys to let me know in the comments, do you think that is a good way of doing it, or should I stick just to the herbal infusions and then upgrade them later on to make the the ointments and all that sort of stuff? I mean, and that's the other thing too, that if you want to go that far, then you've got to make ointments, but you need alcohol, and then that takes a hell of a lot more longer as well, because again, you need water skins. So let's go back and check the campfire here. So in order to make the alcohol, you need the water skins. And then, yeah, so I think that's probably my biggest issue. And I think the water skins for me is probably the biggest, I guess, grindy type of resource that you need to get. So, yeah, anyway, I'm going to digress a little bit. I'm going to quickly let you guys know I've just successfully upgraded my my cutter boat to the ketch. Now, the last one is the cutter ketch, which is the last form, I guess. So that's what you're going to need if you want to upgrade your ketch to a cutter ketch. So you'll need the astrolabe and the sextant, which I've never seen before, which is not available yet. There you go. So you can't actually upgrade your boat to the maximum one. So we've actually done it in terms of upgrading it. So I mean, you can always add the resources that are available to this boat, but you're never going to be able to upgrade it to the next part. So that was an interesting thing when I saw that before, and that gives me, I guess, reason to discuss what I want to discuss with you guys today as well, is what type of new areas or locations are going to be made available once that is made available, that section. So you've obviously got the north end, which I like to call it. So you got all that up here. Now I'm not too sure why this is still blanketed. I don't know if I think that's a thing, but whether or not now that I've got the ketch, if I go and travel to the Copper Island, for example, will that open up more area? Does that give you more visibility? I have no idea. Same thing where the Dam Island is and all these outer locations are as well. And then you got the southern islands, same situation. You know, so you've got some clouds over here, and I've noticed here, and I don't know why I've missed this for such a long time. And again, this is going to be something that I want to do in a future video too, is there is another pirate camp. So that's the 4th iteration. I thought there was only 3. I don't know why I've missed this completely, or this was uncovered at a, you know, later on, and I just hadn't actually realized. I have no clue, but we've got a level 80 Pirates Camp 4. Now, I am definitely not going to, I guess, engage in that just yet. And the biggest reason for that is because I don't think I'll be ready for it. And I think I did nothing but tier 4 weaponry, possibly clothing as well. And I'll probably need some serious amount of heals and everything else in between. So that's probably going to be a little while down the track. So I definitely want to sort of do the Damned Islands first. So that's going to be my next, I guess, adventure, so to speak, in my little pipeline of things. And then later on, once I get most of my my workstations up to, you know, tier 4, then yeah, 100%, we'll definitely jump into the Pirates Camp level 4. But for now, today, let's jump into the Wooded Island. There's a few things I want to gather here. Now, not necessarily mahoganies, so to speak, but I do want to try and grab all the herbs and things like that as I'm sort of going along, as well as part of this little exercise. And most importantly, I want to take down some of these. So I want to get all this, I think is it rosemary board? Or, yeah, rosewood, sorry, rosemary. Rosemary is a herb itself, God. So, yeah. So the rosewood boards, or logs, to convert into boards. So I just need a little bit more of a plethora of these things, so I can start getting upgrades sorted and done, and that way I can sort of pave my way into other tier levels as well. So whether that be actually, what am I saying? So I want to get into upgrading all the other workstations. So I need to get granite, I need to get I think it's perfect hide, I believe it's called. I think fine hide is the blue stuff, so I think it's perfect, if I'm not mistaken. So I'll take the basalt because I know I'm going to need that. I'll just eat that for the sake of eating it. But yeah, so pretty much now I'm just sort of focusing on trying to get my, he just wants to come and see me. Yeah, I'm just trying to focus myself in getting all the little bits and pieces, just so I can ready myself for the Damned Island. But most importantly, I want to sort of along my way in picking up some of the tier 5 resources. So it's pretty much a dual purpose episode for me personally. So I want to get this tier 4 stuff. I also want to get the all the herbs as I'm sort of going along in the zones as well. So it sort of makes sense for me to do it this way. and yeah, and get all that sort of prepared. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of mahogany here, and I would love to get all of this, but I think for now, what do you want? No, leave me alone. I've got things to do. Yeah, so I think that's probably the biggest thing for me. And yeah, anyway, sort of segueing from one thing to another today. I do apologize, but I just want to get a lot of this out, especially early into the video as well, because at least this way you guys sort of know the construct for this video here, and I just want to sort of give you guys all that info, you know, to you guys up front, so at least you guys can, you know, make a decision whether you want to keep watching or not. But I mean, look, I'm sure you guys always like to watch my videos, and I appreciate that you guys do for the most part, and I hope all of you guys are watching my videos. But look, let's take this time to make sure that you guys hit the like button if you are enjoying the video, and making sure that you guys are subscribed if you haven't done so already, and make sure that notification bell icon is already selected so you don't miss out on any future videos. Anyway, look, I'm going to digress here, but the main talking point and what sort of made, I guess, part of this video as what it is for today, as part of you know, me gathering resources and things like that, but talking about what to expect, I guess, when there's going to be an expansion of sorts for Mutiny. So yeah, and I reckon it's all got to do with that cutter catch. Whenever that gets that little last piece to the puzzle, so to speak, is made available into the game, I'm guessing that's probably going to be you know, the next stage, or the next phase, to where the islands or the archipelago expansion will sort of come from. So I would imagine there's going to be, unfortunately you can't really zoom out too much around here, which it is what it is, but there is a decent amount of space that you can really reconfigure a lot of these islands into one little section, and that'll sort of enable you to open up other parts and make it, you know, I guess the next area, the next tier of things. But yeah, it's all really conveniently spaced out at this point here, so there's a lot of spots that you can actually you know, manipulate and change and things like that. Let's, yeah, do I want to go here, or do I want to go to the Basalt Islands? I'm not too sure where I want to go, actually. You know what, Iron Island it is. Just going to make the decision there, because there's going to be some granite available, and I want to try and get some of that as well. And of course Basalt. I need to sort of upgrade some of my floors and things like that to Basalt, so I can upgrade my workstations and that, and my storage units as well. So yeah, anyway, so I don't know what else to expect in terms of, you know, expansion. You know, what will other future zones will bring, and what type of you know, I guess resources are going to be there, or, you know, what type of resistance that we're going to have, you know, in the form of, you know, enemies, you know, animals, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, look, I don't know how long away that's going to be. I reckon it's probably going to be a little further away, because I'm sure there's other things that, you know, the developers are working on and things like that. And don't get me wrong, they're actually doing a really good job with you know, present updates and things like that. For example, we've got the Easter update at the moment, and I feel like that's probably one of the best updates, or I guess the concepts that they've brought in the very sort of similar fashion with previous updates that they've done in the past. And my answer to this behind that is more around what they've sort of enabled us to actually get from it. So it's not so much just a limited event where you try and, I guess, achieve everything that you can, or collect everything that you can just for the sake of the holiday stuff, or, you know, the timed event stuff, and then that's it, and you're never going to be able to see them again. Rather, which that they've given us the ability to pick up things like little, like rare tubes, or, you know, the themed versions of these tubes. So you might have the enablement to make some of these items down the line, and you can keep them as a permanent fixture. And why do I feel like that's important is because some of these are quite powerful, especially the sabers, the pistols, sorry, the muskets, I believe, that you can get. So I feel like you can actually leverage yourself quite a bit if you're struggling in the game. And having, you know, some sort of alternate, you know, weapon or armor set, or, you know, whatever else it might be that's applicable to the update, that you could actually, you know, continue to use throughout your adventures. And I feel like that's going to be a big plus for some people that haven't actually been able to sort of, you know, get themselves, you know, bedded into the game, and they are struggling to get from one point to another, whereas you can focus some of those resources to those items that you unlock via those tubes. So I think there, right there, is more, I guess, in itself, a great way that they've sort of interpreted an update. And, you know, compared to previous updates to the game, it was pretty much, you've got the event for a couple of weeks, do your best. If you want to collect everything, you can. If not, well, no harm, no fuss, no muss. You basically move on and you continue as you are. So it's good in a way, but I think what they've done this time around, I think it's a very good way of doing it, and I hope that they continue down this pathway. So the feedback for me is good. I feel like this is probably an update that they want to sort of continue on with as a theme, and I'm not too sure what other updates are going to sort of come along later on, or like timed, I guess, events. So, you know, whether it be some sort of holiday event or something or other. But yeah, that's, to me, I feel like that they've done a really good job with this update. You guys let me know in the comments if you feel any different about it. Let me know. What do you think that they should have done, or what they could do in future updates? Let us know, because I mean, if they see this video, they can, I guess, listen to the discussion and drop it in the comments and see what else of other people have commented, really. And hopefully that might, you know, create a bit of a platform, so to speak, and that might enable them to, you know, maybe, you know, think outside the box. They might think of other ideas, or get ideas from others that may have that they may have not even thought about in the first place. So, you know, there's that. There is that. So yeah, all in all, I'm quite happy with the update. I think I'm enjoying it, but that's just me. All right, so let's head back to the boat. And I guess the other good thing is, because now that I've updated this boat, actually, where is this boat? Was it up here? I can't even remember. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, there we go. Is it gives me an extra row of storage, which is amazing. So yeah, in order for you to make the full use of your boat storage, you need to upgrade to the final tier, which obviously right now we're sort of locked away, so to speak. So yeah, can't do much about that just now, or, you know, however long that's going to sort of be. But hopefully, you know, like I said, hopefully we might get some updates or insights to what the future updates will bring, and whether that sort of involves new zones, or like a redesign of you know, of our current zone system. You know, will they employ different what do you call it, different islands, and they will sort of rescale everything with different resources and things like that. I feel that's probably the next step for them. So that's probably my personal opinion. So basically, right now we've got pretty much our tier 3 / tier 4, and I think, is it tier 5? I'm pretty sure it's tier 5. Yeah. So what I'm getting, granite, rosewood, and things like that. That's your tier 5 stuff. Can I deal with you? Okay, so this is going to be a bit of a stretch here. Okay, probably not. Okay, let's just get out of here before he kills me. Yeah, so the tier 5 stuff is what I'm sort of getting right now at this moment, yeah? So let's quickly heal up and drop that in there for the moment. And I've got these guys here to take along with me just in case for situations like this. So yeah, going back to it. So the tier 5 stuff, obviously this is what we're getting now. The mahogany, the basalt, the iron, it's all tier 4 based. Did I get anything good from that? Not really. Just leave that behind. Yeah, so all the granite, the rosewood, what is this? This one here, Fern Bloom. You know, that's all tier 5 stuff. And for people that are interested in getting the perfect hide, you need to go over to the Buffalo Island in this region here in order for you to pick that up, because you're only going to get a small chance in picking up that stuff. Actually, I think I might take that. So let's go ahead and get out of that. Very good. And see if there's anything else around here. I don't know. I don't want to deal with you. Okay, there's nothing there. Okay, cool. That's fine. Yeah, so apologies for rambling on, because I mean, I know when I sort of get onto these sort of tandems, I just basically talk about whatever has come to mind, and I just sort of continue along in that sort of fashion. So look, apologies on that, but yeah, look, I reckon the next slew of islands are going to be based around the 80 plus. So right now we've got 70, there's 80 there, then we've got 80 there, and then I think here is 70. So yeah, there's so much in terms of let's just buy that. Yeah, there's only so much that we can sort of receive right now with these tier 4 islands, but I reckon once tier 5 is probably going to be 80 plus, no minimum than that, and they're all going to be quite hard and difficult to travel into, but I'm sure that's going to open up for other things as well later on. Now, not too sure when these things would be sort of made. I mean, you do get a fair amount of resources anyway as you sort of come through here, which is a good thing, but eventually they're going to sort of need to open it up. And I think once these tier 5 items are more purposeful, then you know, once they've designed other things like other armors, weapons, heals, the rest of it, you know, that's when they're probably going to sort of release, you know, I guess the next wave of I guess major updates is probably what I think that would sort of, I guess, involve. But that's just me. That is just me. I feel like that's probably going to be sort of where they're heading for this is. I mean, considering the amount of updates that the developers have done so far, it's huge. It's quite a lot, especially in a short amount of time. So the game is getting constantly updated, which is a good thing. So eventually we're going to sort of get to that point where, you know, we're going to get these special updates, I guess. And yeah, I think that's probably where things will be at. Couldn't tell you exactly when the timeline of this would happen, but eventually it's going to happen, I like to think. But I mean, you know, in the short, a bit over 20 minutes, probably less than that before actually jumping into these islands today. I mean, I probably spent a good, 15 or so minutes, rummaging around, talking to you guys, and also, picking up these items along the way at the same time. So actually I do want to try and pick this up. So let's eat that. That just saves me from the crafting aspect from before that I was talking about. So I may as well take those as I see them, which I have been, every time that I find empty water skins and things like that, 100%, I'm just going to take them. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have to find the boat and dump a lot of these in here. So let's come back. Okay, so you're full stacked, you're full stacked, you're full stacked, and you're full stacked. Okay, I think that's pretty much good for now. So yeah, we've got over 100 rosewood, which is a brilliant. So that's gonna go a long way for me. And again, this is all for me, all for updates, upgrades and things like that. Just getting the workstations to where they need to be, and then that way I've got the flexibility of going through all the tiers of weaponry and things like that. But anyway, I digress. Like I said, I think when they're ready, they'll do it. But that's just me. I mean, I wish I knew a little bit more if I did. And again, if allowed to, I probably would, I guess give you guys a bit of a snippet, a bit of a teaser, if you will. I mean, I love to do that sort of stuff as well, in the future. If that's something that, that we can sort of agree on between myself and the developers, that'd be fantastic. If we can do things like that in the future. But, a lot of that will sort of remain to be seen. So I can only ask, and I can only get my answer based on what they tell me. and if I can get some insights and they're happy for me to share those insights with you guys, that's something that I definitely would want to do. But anyway, I think this is pretty much a good time to, from here, to go ahead and leave this video today. Look, I appreciate you guys stopping by, checking out this one here. Let me know if you enjoyed the chat, if you enjoyed, you know, my sort of insights to what I believe could be possible update material, or what could be in the lead up to said possible updates. Yeah, look, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are around this, and if there's anything that you think that you might agree with me or even disagree. I mean, hell, if there's anything that you disagree and you want to provide some reasons behind it, drop them in the comments, because I'll be interested to see what your responses will be. But anyway, appreciate you guys stopping by, checking out the video. Make sure you leave a like, obviously comment down below. More importantly, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell icon so you don't miss out on any future videos if you enjoyed this one. Anyway, take it easy, guys, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Hopefully it will be the damn island, but I guess you guys will know when the next video goes up, so I'll see you then.